Guys, today we're going to be talking about a new series of rods from KastKing. These are the Assegai series of rods, a new series of rods that came out this year. Just going to tell you some of the things that I like about them. One of the big things is KastKing has come out with a rod that has a little bit of a cork handle here. Cork is always nice when it comes to having that on a fishing rod. Real comfortable having that cork handle. This one in particular is a cork with a little bit of EVA foam mixed in, which is a little unique for a handle on a rod. Not gonna lie, I was pretty impressed with how they were able to come up with the handle design on this. Another thing too that I look for in a rod is having a great reel seat. When you fish as much as I do, sometimes these rods they just don't have a strong enough reel seat to take the amount of abuse that someone like myself might put on a rod using them all the time. This reel seat here, though, I can say I'm pretty impressed with the overall design of that reel seat. You can see that with that reel seat, you're not going to have any problems with that reel slipping. Having a real rock solid reel seat like that is something that you really want to look for in a quality rod. One other thing with this particular rod that I really like is that the bait keeper is behind the reel. Can't really understand why rod companies sometimes will put the keeper like up here as far as like your hook keeper, because a lot of times I'll get in the way because you'll have like a little bit of slack in your line here, and it tends to get wrapped around on some of these other rods that are out there. But having that there out of the way just keeps this blank right in here like real clean, so you don't have any issues with your line getting wrapped around the front of your reel there, which that's always been an annoyance to me, is having a rod where they put the hook keeper up here on the blank. These Assegai rods, they're using high quality IM9 graphite with resin technology in the blank. What resin technology does is help strengthen the rod and make it super powerful and super light. So this rod is super light. I'm pairing it up with a KastKing MegaJaws Elite bait cast reel. This is one of the best bangs for the buck that KastKing has to offer. And this particular rod is the Rivet series. They designed this rod for throwing frogs. But honestly, I really like the action when it comes to throwing a jig. A 7'2" heavy is really good when you're flipping a jig around docks. This frog rod's got a little bit more tip to it, but tons of backbone because it's meant for horsing fish out of vegetation with a frog. But this is a great style of rod for when you're fishing up around docks, because when you get that big bite, you want to set the hook and be able to move that fish away from cables behind the docks. There's a whole bunch of debris usually around docks, so you want a rod with a lot of backbone, especially get like a 5, 6, 7 pounder on. You got to get him coming to the boat and get his head turned and coming. These rods have plenty of guides. Looking at the guide spacing, they did a real good job as far as putting these guides at the right length to where you don't have a lot of line slap. That's something that I tend to look at when I'm looking at a rod here. Graphite butt cuts down on the weight. Overall, I think you guys, if you give these KastKing Assegai rods a try, you're going to be really impressed with the quality. And these are new from KastKing, so give them a shot, and I'm sure you'll like them.